Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're talking about a massive shift in how brands figure out who they are. Seriously, we're leaving behind the old days of just trusting your gut. We're stepping into this whole new world where brand positioning is all about live data, and it's all thanks to AI.
So, let me just kick things off with a question for you. Is your brand strategy basically running on last quarter's news? I mean, think about it. Markets flip on a dime, trends are here today, gone tomorrow. So if you're using old data, you're basically navigating a new city with a map from the 90s, right? That's the exact problem we're digging into. And right at the center of all this is brand positioning. It's the DNA of your brand. It's the framework that literally shapes every single marketing decision you make. And when you get it right, oh man, it's the difference between being just another product on the shelf and becoming the choice, the one people go for without even thinking. And in today's super crowded world, yeah, getting this right is everything.
All right, so to really get this, let's take a look back. Let's talk about the old playbook, the traditional methods. And you know what? For decades, these were the gold standard. They guided some of the biggest, most successful brands on the planet. Things like SWOT analysis, consumer surveys, focus groups. These were seriously valuable tools. They gave you structure, they forced you to think critically, and they really did help you understand your competition. So let's be clear, they weren't bad. They were just, they were built for a much slower world. But that's exactly where the problem is today. I mean, the whole process is just slow. By the time you actually get the data from a tiny little focus group, the market's already moved on. And here's the kicker. It's all based on a few people interpreting what already happened. So your strategy is always reactive. You're constantly looking in the rearview mirror instead of at the road ahead.
Okay, so that's the problem. And that gap in the old playbook, that is exactly where AI steps in. This is the AI-powered upgrade, and it's kicking off a completely new era of insight that tackles those shortfalls head-on.
Just think about the difference for a second. Instead of waiting around for some quarterly report, AI gives you a continuous, live feed of the market. And it goes way beyond just numbers. It can actually understand sentiment, the feeling of the market. But the most important part? It flips the script entirely. You go from being reactive to being proactive, using predictive analytics to get a glimpse of what's coming next. Yeah, to put it really simply, the shift is like going from taking a few snapshots of the market every few months to having a live 24/7 video feed of everything that's happening. And this upgrade, it transforms the entire playbook. I mean, just look at messaging. The old way, you'd spend months doing A/B testing. Now, you can use AI to simulate how your audience will react, like almost instantly. From research to checking out your competition, every single piece of the puzzle gets faster and smarter. It's a complete overhaul.
Okay, so we've talked about the what and the why, but how does this actually play out for marketing teams, in the real world? Let's get into the nitty-gritty applications.
So one of the most powerful tools in the box is something called natural language processing, or NLP. Basically, AI can scan everything your competitors are saying, their ads, their websites, social media, you name it, and it figures out their favorite themes and their tone of voice. But here's the really cool part. It helps you find the white space. That's the valuable territory, the message that nobody else is claiming yet. It's your opening.
And you can actually break this whole process down into a pretty simple 3-step framework. First, you analyze. You use AI to gather all that market, audience, and competitor data to get your baseline. Then, you automate. You set up systems to constantly monitor trends and sentiment. And finally, you optimize. You're always tweaking and refining your positioning based on that live data.
And this is so important. This is not a set it and forget it kind of thing. It's a continuous cycle, a loop. You're constantly pulling in data from search, social, customer reviews. AI helps you find the patterns and insights in all that noise. Then you go test your unique value propositions, and based on what you learn, you make adjustments on the fly. It's a loop that keeps your brand fresh and relevant always.
But of course, this isn't just about plugging in a machine and walking away. Technology is never the whole story. We absolutely have to talk about the challenges and the irreplaceable role of human creativity in all this. And this quote really gets to the heart of it all. AI will not replace the brand strategist. It will equip them with sharper, faster insights. The real advantage lies in combining AI's power with human creativity. I mean, that's it, right? AI isn't here to take anyone's job. It's here to give them superpowers. The real magic happens when you combine the machine's analytical power with human intuition. And yeah, we have to be real about the challenges. The output you get is only ever as good as the data you feed it.
garbage in, garbage out, right? And there's a real danger of getting super generic results if you're not careful. If you lean too heavily on the automation, you can miss all those subtle human nuances that make a brand great. So no, this is not a magic button. It's an incredibly powerful tool, but it definitely requires a skillful human hand to guide it.
So that all sounds great, but where do you even begin? I know it can feel a bit overwhelming, but you can actually boil it down to 5 clear, actionable steps to get started.
Okay, ready? Step 1, audit. Just figure out where you stand right now. Step 2, integrate. Start bringing in some AI listening tools. Step 3, identify and test. Use the insights you're getting to try out some new value propositions. 4, monitor. Keep a close eye on key metrics, like share of voice. That's basically how visible your brand is compared to your competitors. And finally, step 5, refine. Don't just do this once, make it a habit to revisit and tweak your strategy every quarter to stay ahead of the curve.
So if you remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this. This is a partnership, a collaboration. AI brings the raw analytical horsepower, the speed, the scale. But it's us, the humans, who provide the strategic judgment, the creativity, and that authentic vision that actually makes a brand connect with people on a real level. And really, that leaves us with one final thought. The technology is here. It's ready to go. It can deliver an incredible level of insight into your market, your customers, your competition, stuff we could only dream of a few years ago. So the only question left is, AI delivers the insights. Can you provide the vision?